Have you ever promised yourself something and secretly wondered if you were going to break that promise? Not because you didn't care enough, but just because you've done it before. You've broken several promises you've made to yourself before. Maybe you said you were going to change. Maybe you said you were going to be more disciplined. Maybe you said you were going to try and finish what you start. And then life just gets really busy. Fear gets really, really loud, and your doubt just overcomes you. It just can't stop growing. I remember telling myself I was going to become someone I finally respected. And if I'm being honest, I didn't know if I was going to follow through. Because starting something can be really easy. Just thinking about it, starting it can be really easy. But finishing something, that is where you see where you're at. That's where you see who you are. And interestingly enough, this season proved something to me. It proved that I don't quit anymore. That I'm becoming who I said I would be. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Paths Unfolding My Journey season finale. Man, season 1 finale? It's crazy. If you've been here from episode 1 of this season, Unfolding My Journey, thank you. And if you've been here since the original Paths podcast 5 years ago, an extra thank you. Not just for listening, but for growing with me, for allowing me to express myself and supporting me. And hopefully, I hope, taking some of what I said and forming your own opinions and thoughts and growing yourself as well. Because this season and this podcast, when we originally started it and when I restarted it again, it was never about pretending I had it all figured out and had all the answers. No, it was really just about proving to myself that I don't give up on myself anymore. Just thinking out loud, trying to process a lot of emotions and feelings and experience and sharing that with everyone. And when I restarted the podcast, I was very, very nervous. Not because I didn't believe in it, but because I knew what came with it. Consistency, a lot of vulnerability, a lot of showing up when I knew I wouldn't want to. And I had to ask myself several times during this season alone a hard question. Are you going to quit again? And that question hit me. Because the truth is, a lot of us, we're not afraid of failing. I think we're more afraid of confirming our own doubt. We're afraid of just trying, of putting our name on something that we know we may not be able to finish later on. But here's the life lesson that this season has actually taught me. You owe it to yourself to finish what you start. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's really scary, finish it. Just finish it. And nobody really talks about this part. Never giving up isn't motivational music and dramatic moments like we see on the TV and movies. It's just regular days. It's recording when you're tired. It's posting when you're overthinking. It's continuing when the excitement starts to wear off. There were days this season where I didn't feel inspired at all. There were moments where I thought, does this even matter? Should I be doing this? Should I be posting? But quitting would have reinforced an old identity and an old habit. And I'm done reinforcing old versions of myself. Never giving up isn't about ego. It's just about integrity. It's about being able to look at myself and say, when I said I was going to do this, I meant it. And that, I think, changes you. There's something so powerful about finishing something you start. Even if it's small, even if nobody claps, even if it doesn't go viral, finishing something builds a confidence that you can't fake. Because now when I look back at season 1, I don't just see episodes. I see proof. Proof that fear didn't win. Proof that my doubt didn't win. Proof that procrastination finally didn't win. And funny enough, I think a lot of us are one finished commitment away from becoming a different person. You don't need this big dramatic breakthrough. You need follow through. That's the lesson. And if you're listening right now and there's something on your heart, start it. Just start it. But more importantly, finish it. Not because it has to succeed, but because finishing something builds character. And it's so important to remember failure doesn't define you. Failure doesn't define us. Quitting does. Quitting defines us. And even if you try something and it doesn't blow up, it doesn't go viral, you try it but it doesn't go exactly how you imagined, you will still become stronger just by seeing it through. And that's what this season did for me. And I think most importantly, it made me respect myself more. You know, initially in episode 1, I mentioned about my struggle with my self-worth. And it's because sometimes I break a lot of promises that I make to myself. So yeah, that tears us down as human beings. But finishing something you start taught me that I am not a quitter, that I have strength, that I have value. So yeah, it made me respect myself more. I said I was going to be more disciplined. I said I was going to stop talking and start doing. I said I was going to build something meaningful. And sure, season 1 isn't perfect, but it's finished. And that matters. Because becoming who you said you would be doesn't just magically happen in one moment. It happens over time when you choose not to quit over and over again, quietly, without attention or applause. That's the growth. That's identity. That's becoming. And there's a big contrast to who I was before. Let me talk to you a little bit about the version of me before this season. I had vision, but I also had hesitation. I had ideas, but I also had a lot of insecurities. I wanted growth, but I also wanted comfort. I kept telling myself I was going to be consistent. I was going to start taking this serious, that I was going to build something meaningful. But there's a difference between saying it and proving it. And if I'm honest, the old me loved the idea of potential. But this season finally forced me to live it. One thing I learned this season, consistency isn't about content. It's more about identity. Every time that I recorded when I didn't feel like it, every time I posted when I was overthinking the episode, every time I chose discipline over comfort, I was voting for the man I said I wanted to be. And that's the thing that nobody mentions, nobody talks about. Becoming isn't as loud as people make it seem sometimes. It's really more of like a quiet action in a quiet period of your life. It's in the small promises that you keep to yourself. And when you keep enough small promises, you start trusting yourself again. That's what this season also gave me, self-trust. Wow. I'm just like realizing that part now that I'm speaking out loud and stuff. But it's so true because obviously this season didn't make me famous or anything. And I don't think it made me different overnight. But it did make me aware. It made me more disciplined. It made me aware of my excuses, aware of my patterns and my growth. And I realized I'm not behind. I can trust myself. I'm not behind. I'm not late. I'm not missing my window of opportunity, that I'm just building at my pace. And honestly, I wish that's something a lot more people understood. You don't become who you said you would be in one moment. You become them decision by decision. In this case, episode by episode, day by day, week by week. So if you're listening to this and you feel behind, you feel stuck, let me tell you something. You are not stuck. You are in process. You are working on it, becoming. And the version of you that you're scared you'll never become, they're built by small actions you may be avoiding. So start small, but be consistent. Stop announcing and start doing. And it takes time. So give yourself time. It's okay. Be patient. You know, another thing this season taught me is that time plus discipline equals transformation. And the real win of season 1 isn't numbers, it's not views, it's not validation. The real win is that I showed up and I didn't stop. That alone separates you. Not talent, not connections, but consistency. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud of who I'm becoming, not because I can say, oh, I'm done with season 1, I've arrived, I am who I want to be. No, it's Because I'm not the guy who quits anymore. I'm not the guy who starts something, who thinks about something, never finishes or pulls through. I'm finally somebody who did something for myself because I wanted to. And I finished it. Even if it's not exactly how I thought it would go, even if it's not how I imagined it could be, because I have this problem where if I'm going to start something, it has to be the best. And I have to have all the perfect equipment and all the perfect scenario and all the perfect situation around my life to be able to do this. And it needs to come out perfectly. If it doesn't in the beginning, as soon as I post one thing or as soon as I do one thing, if it's not perfect and did not do amazing, I tend to give up. I'm like, okay, I failed. But it's not about failing. It's just about growing, consistency. And now that I finished finally something like for myself, I can say I'm not the guy who quits anymore. I'm somebody who at least tries. I can look back at my life and confidently say, yeah, I did that. I started that. I worked through that. I have an experience of like doing a podcast. I don't know. It's interesting. It's cool. I don't know how to explain it. I finally feel like I did something. Like I completed something. And I mean, a lot of this podcast has been symbolic. Just me alone doing 7 episodes was on purpose. The number 7 represents completion and a sort of complete whole integrity that I wanted my life to take part in. Every episode being in different locations that I spend time in. Like today, my location is at my parents' kitchen. And I love cooking now, and I love spending time here in the kitchen. So that's like one thing. You know, there's just a lot of different things that I did for this podcast that had a lot of meaning to me. And maybe you guys don't see it, maybe you guys don't understand it, but it's okay because it had meaning to me, location-wise, music-wise, length of the episodes, the number of episodes, the days I was posting. It had a lot of meaning to me, and that's why it was so important. But I do want to say that yes, it was a short season. It was only 7 episodes, but let me say this clearly. This is not the end of Paths. This is just the end of season 1, unfolding my journey. But there's more coming. There's bigger conversations. There's more honest episodes. There's more uncomfortable growth, more fun and more life. And more people, because this isn't really just a podcast. It's really just a documentation of my life and the lives around me right now. Documentation of a man becoming who he said he would be. And season 2 is going to reflect the next level, because we're not only going to be unfolding my journey now, we're going to be unfolding your journeys. So that is my goal, and I have started production on season 2 already. So I'm excited for guests that'll be coming on. I'm excited to unfold other people's journeys. Maybe you're listening right now, and if you want to be a part of season 2, you can just reach out to me if you have my number, or you can message me on Instagram. I think listening to other people's life experiences, life lessons can really help us grow into understanding who we are, because hate is really just laziness. Being judgmental is just laziness because you're too lazy to try to understand another person's perspective, another person's life. Yeah, we'll continue spreading some motivation and some love in season 2. Hopefully we'll have some fun guests you guys will enjoy. And hopefully if you want to be on it, comment down below or reach out to me on Instagram at Paths Podcast, or my personal Instagram is John, JAAAAHNCAM. I do want to say before I finish off this episode and this season, if this season impacted you in any way, please share it with someone. Text it to a friend. Post it on your story or on your feed. Let someone else know they're not alone in becoming. They're not alone in growth. They're not alone in this world. And make sure you follow this podcast so you don't miss what's next. You can follow on Spotify. Give me a 5-star rating if you really have enjoyed the show. And follow on Instagram, as well as subscribing on YouTube. Also, in the meantime, while season 2 is in production, and that will be coming more towards the summertime. But that does not mean that I won't be posting. I will actually be posting a lot of YouTube content on my personal YouTube page. So there is more coming, more videos, more content, more videos with my family and friends so you guys get to know them. I just think I think I'm very blessed to have a lot of funny people in my life that have kept me going, kept me alive. So I really just want to share that. I really want to share the humor that I've been able to experience and that I think I can share. I don't know. Sometimes I think I'm funnier than other people think. Like I'll laugh at my own jokes, and that's, I don't know. There are going to be more videos and more content posted on my personal channel. That's just my name, John Camac, JAHNCAMAC. And actually, there's going to be some music coming too. I actually finished recording one whole song, and I'm just mixing and mastering it now. And I think I'm going to release that by end of spring on like streaming stuff, and then I want to make a music video for that. And I'm saying it here because it's going to hold me accountable, because you guys are going to hold me accountable to be like, hey, you said you were going to post this, why haven't you yet? Because sometimes I finish a lot of things. I finished a lot of music before I finished a lot of videos. I just never post it because I'm too scared, but I'm done with that. Like I said, this season has taught me to trust myself and just to follow through and respect myself. So if I put in the time to do all this, I'm going to respect that time, and I'm going to give it its place that it deserves and post it online. I hope you guys enjoy that. We're building something bigger here, not just a podcast. So yeah, I'm excited for this journey, and I hope you guys do decide to tag along and follow and hopefully get to be a part of the journey too. I said I was going to be different, and I am. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I'm not finished. We're always going to grow. We're always going to change. We're always going to evolve. But I am different. I am more disciplined. I'm more self-aware. I'm more intentional with what I do. And if I can leave you with one thing as season 1 ends, don't let your words outrun your actions. Become who you said you would be. Do what you said you were going to do. Even if it's quiet, just stay consistent, relentless, and take it from me, because I used to be somebody who always had ideas, but now I'm becoming somebody who executes. I used to start things, now I finish them. And if you take anything again from this season, let it be that don't let fear convince you to stop. Don't let doubt convince you to shrink. And don't let temporary discomfort rob you from long-term growth. We're going to end off season 1 with a banger. This week's song of the week is Aperture by Harry Styles. You guys, he's back. I'm so excited for his residency at Madison Square Garden. I will be actually going for a few shows. So if you're going, have fun. I hope to see you guys there. Enjoy this song. It's one of those songs that I just play and I dance to because, I don't know, I love dancing now. I used to hate it. I used to be so self-conscious. I love dancing now. It is so freeing. It is so fun. It helps me just release like emotions and feeling. I don't know. It's just so fun. And this is one of those songs that I just dance to. I listen to it. I've heard it with friends. I've been out with friends and I just hear it and I'm like, wait, what? We just start vibing and dancing. I play it. I blast it in the car. It feels so freeing. I'm so excited for Harry's new album. And I'm excited for the shows. So stay tuned for his music. He has had a lot of influence in the way I write my music and produce my music. So I'm excited for just like, I don't know. He's just a big inspiration for me. So yeah, I'm excited for the new album. Every album has just been like one. Because there's something about releasing music, knowing that people will like a song. And respecting your fan base in order to, you know, appease them with their likes and what they want to listen to or you think they want to listen to. But at the same time, it's kind of disrespectful to do that if you're not being true to what kind of music you want to put out because it's lazy. You can see how lazy it is. I'm not calling Harry Styles lazy. All of his albums have been amazing albums. I'm just saying how, like, music can sometimes work for a lot of artists. And I've seen it in different artists. They start putting out music that their heart's not in it. You can feel it, you can hear it. But I think Harry, with his consistent evolution in music, it's just been very true to becoming. So that's also another reason why I'm shouting Harry Styles out and shouting out this song. It's been a huge part of like the last month that I've been listening to it, and just helping me grow, funny enough, and helping me, I don't know, just loosen up and feel good. So yeah. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please subscribe, like if you're watching on YouTube, hit a 5-star rating on Spotify if you're listening, and follow there as well. And follow my Instagram pages, which is in the description down below. Thank you guys so much. This has been an amazing journey. I'm so excited for what's to come. Finish what you set out to do. Do it. You can do it. This has been Paths Unfolding My Journey, Season 1, and we're only getting started. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.